Hello, this is Kevin, Senior Support Engineer here at IndySoft. And again, it's Tech Tuesday. And we get quite a few calls regarding implementing or integrating barcoding with the software. So I thought a quick video might help you guys out. A couple things, barcoding can be useful for launching events, adding equipment to the events. You can, for example, if you're receiving items or checking out items, you can just scan the items that you want to check out and it'll automatically add those to the event. You can also perform searching for those items. First thing you'll want to do is, from a user preference standpoint, you'll want to go into preferences by user location. You'll go to external devices and make sure that this barcode termination character is set to carriage return. Okay, you'll just select carriage return. You'll save and close. That's at a user level. Of course, to set it up system-wide, you would need to modify your workflow configuration. So you'll open up your workflow and pull up the event or events that you want to set up for barcoding. In this case, I'm going to do the receiving event and the checkout event. So I'll just modify the receiving event, and you'll do the same thing for the checkout event or any other event you have. First part is you'll go to step 4, and you'll set up your barcode rules here. And this tells the software, when you scan in an item, what does it compare it to first? In this case, it's going to compare it to the ID. If it doesn't find a match, then it'll move on to the next checked item. So let's say, for example, it doesn't find an ID match, then it's going to now also look at the serial number and see if it can find a match. Okay. You can order these, with these arrows and these icons over here. Of course, this arrow will move it up and down. Okay. Check whatever items you want, etc., etc. So in this case, I have ID. I wanted to select against the ID. There's also an ID all companies that you might find useful. This option here that will check that ID across all companies, not just the one that you're currently viewing. So keep that in mind. Next step is miscellaneous. Depending on what version of the software you have, this barcode key value may be on the right hand side, or it may be down in this area here. You'll want to set a unique value for each event. In this case, I've set this event up as barcode key 15. My checking event is set up as barcode key 10. Again, they can't duplicate, they have to be unique for each event. Okay. Once you've done that, pretty much completes it, you'll save your event. And so now at this point, you'll want to create a barcode scan sheet. So if you click on this icon here, this will open up this dialog, and you have several options you can select from. The back button, this will allow you to go back while you're performing an event. You can scan this barcode and make the event go back a step. Cancel button, it's pretty self-explanatory. Next button. This also serves as your finish button if you're on the last step of the event. And now you want to select your events. I'm going to do a checkout event and, of course, my receiving event. Once you have all of them added, you'll click to preview. You can give it a title here if you wish. IndySoft cheat sheet. Click OK. And let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see that better. So here are the barcodes to scan to launch the event and navigate through the event. You would then click the printer icon and print this off to your printer. Alright, so that completes setting up. Now just as a quick test, let's say I want to search for an ID. I'll just scan the barcode and that pulls up BCD 500. Scan another one. And that pulls up BCD 200. Okay. If you wanted to launch an event at this point, you would just scan the appropriate event. In my case, I'm going to launch a receiving event. And there it goes. And I'll scan my items. First item, BCD 201, BCD 500. So I have my three items. I would then scan the finish button and complete the event. I'm going to go ahead and scan the cancel button to cancel out of that event. So basically that's how it works. If you have any problems with the scanning not working the way you think it should work, what I like to do is open up Notepad. It's a good tool to test with. And I'll scan my values. So on. So that's working perfectly. Each scanned item is on a new line of the document. If your cursor ends up here, then that will not work with the software. Automatically, you'll have to scan the value and then hit the enter key. If it happens to end up here at the end, then you'll need to configure your barcode scanner to have a carriage return at the end of each scan, and you can refer to the scanner's documentation for that information. As far as scanners go, any scanner will work. Any scanner that's a keyboard wedge, or some of them just call them a wedge device. It doesn't matter the manufacturer, the model number, the interface could be USB, could be some other interfaces. We happen to use this scanner, which is a symbol. I'm not sure if you can read that or not. Symbol scanner has been a good one. It is a 2D scanner with a USB interface. Works really well. But again, any model brand will work. So let's go ahead and minimize that. The next part is you'd want to set up your documents. Usually it's a sticker. Usually you place stickers on equipment with a barcode so you can scan those as they come in for check-in or receiving, what have you. So to do that, you'll go to the home screen. And before I go any further, real quick, let me pull this up. These are the different types of barcodes that we can create, or a partial list of them. These up top here are 1D. We've got code 128, code 3 of 9. So if you only have a 1D barcode scanner, you can only use these. If you have a 2D, you can use these three down here: data matrix, QR code, or PDF 417. And of course 2D is usually also can read 1D, which include these two up top. So just a good idea of what the barcodes look like. So you want to go back here, we want to go to home and print builder, open up print builder. And we're going to open up a standard sticker. And in this case, I already have a barcode there. So let me delete that and we'll add a barcode. So you'll come up here to the DB barcode side, and here we have DB barcode, and over here we have DB 2D barcode. So if you want to use a code 128 or 3 of 9, then you can lay this down on the report. In my case, I'm going to use the data matrix. So I'm going to click the 2D barcode, lay it down on my report. It always defaults to this particular, I think that's PDF 417. So once you have it there with it selected, You can choose what barcode type you want to use. I'm going to select data matrix. Okay, so there it is. Right now you'll see that it's printing human readable value here. I'm going to go ahead and take that off by unchecking this property here, print human readable. Uncheck that, so that now goes away. You need to assign this barcode with a data field, so you'll need to come up here and do ID. So that's going to represent a gauge ID or asset number. And you can further configure this by going to the data matrix settings, expand that. I like to set it as square personally, and then that's what size it defaults to. If you need to change the size, make it smaller, you just change this module size number. It's just a 0.031. Hit enter, you'll notice that it gets a little smaller. And so, good thing about data matrix is they can get pretty small and still be readable. So that's it. We will file and save. And that concludes this video. That's how you implement the barcode scanning and how you put barcodes on stickers or reports, etc. Hope this helps, and you have a good day.